Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to my channel. We've got so much to talk about today, so let's just jump into it. Freshest PSVR news in the village coming your way right now, and we're gonna start from Firewall 0, our latest update. What's happening is they added free time trial mode, so if you don't own the game, then you can just try it for a while, test it, and then you can decide. Very good move on their behalf. The game, I'm assuming, selling great. They lately released new map as well, not long ago, so this update definitely come handy for people who sitting on the fence and thinking, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Well, then you go, you can try it now. Okay. 18 floors, getting brand new 2 free floors. So now we're gonna have 4 floors and it's only 14 to go to fulfill the 18. In those new 2 floors you're gonna solve more puzzles and there's gonna be more awesome brain action on your behalf because those puzzles are hard. So get your brains in gear and go and check it out. If you own the game, it's for free, so that's very nice of them. Okay, so now we've got that covered. Maybe let's talk about some new PlayStation VR games, and we're gonna start first from Kingdom of Blades VR. This kingdom needs some blades, and these blades are handled by you, the professional whacker of the sword. And you'll be whacking this sword around in order to slash various objects. If you liked Fruit Ninja VR, then this game is definitely for you. Some crazy slicing action. This game is happening in the 3 kingdom periods of Chinese history, so you not only be slashing the swords, but also you'll be learning about stuff you didn't know about, or if you knew about, you're not gonna learn anything new, but at least you're gonna do some whacking action. Next game is Nature Treks VR. This is for somebody who, I don't know, did you ever liked Perfect VR? The app when you go on and like check out some shit in nature, stood in place and was like, yes, very nice, let's go somewhere else, and then it's been over too fast. If that's the case, then this one is definitely higher quality. It's even had creator update, and that's gonna be in PSVR version, and creator update makes you like interact with the world, like plant some trees and stuff. There's plenty and plenty of environments to explore. You can even go to space and explore some space stuff. And space in VR always looks beautiful, but if you don't like space and want to just play with a bush, look at it and dive into it, then you can do that as well. You can plant a bush right in front of you and play with it. The bushes are plenty of them. And also, of course, trees and some beautiful locations to explore. So if you're looking for something to chill out with and just to be like, yes, I'm relaxing now, then this might be for you. Plus, if you like to demo your PlayStation VR to various people of various interests and backgrounds and everything else, then this is something cool to show them as well. But also this will support 3D Ruder as well, nice. And another game that is good to demo for people and will support 3D Ruder as well is Darkness Roller Coaster. So for now we don't have many roller coaster experiences. We've got Roller Coaster Legends and that's about it, but this one, Darkness Roller Coaster, is pretty much like Roller Coasters Legends. This trailer is quite old, I think it's from mobile version, so PlayStation VR version might look a bit better, but basically what you're doing is sitting in a coaster and driving and looking what's happening. The world crashes around you, you like, oh, scream a bit, or you like, it's not scary, I've done plenty of roller coaster stuff in my life. I don't scared of this shit. But some other people might be if you're gonna demo it to them. Okay, now let's talk about some physical releases, and it's time to come back to NEONWALL. A game which was very difficult to play without move controllers or VR, but in VR it's changed completely. You got your moves and it's actually played pretty cool. A little like a puzzle games, but fast action one. You have to like think on the spot because the world was crushing around you. You was changing colors in order for this ball to travel through the world. This ball really was like, I really want to reach the spot I want to be in, and you had to help this ball, because you're very good with balls and helping them. So it's coming to physical release thanks to limited run games, and you'll be able to pre-order it tomorrow from 10 AM EST. EST of course stands for extremely shitty tissue. So this is their first VR title of the year. They bring us some in past, like for example Thumper, which was very good, but also to the top. So they're doing good stuff supporting PSVR, and NEONWALL, I kind of enjoy it for what it was, so it's okay. Okay, next story, like I said, we've got so much to talk about. We're gonna talk about CHROMA this time because PlayStation blog in Europe stated that this VR update for CHROMA will release on 11th this Friday. But sadly the developers corrected it and said, Wait a minute, PlayStation Europe, you are wrong, because it's not releasing on Friday. They said it's releasing very soon, they can't give the date, but it's definitely not this Friday, but they said. Because PlayStation blog said it, that means it's very soon. I'm assuming it might be next week, I don't know. CHROMA is like Portal-like game. We've been waiting for this VR port for a while. It will also support aim controller, so that's nice. And you'll be able to solve some puzzles Portal style. If you're a fan of Portal, then definitely get CHROMA VR when it drops. Eventually, I don't know when, but very soon, saying the developer. Okay, now, Desert Bus VR. This is gonna be published by Gearbox Software, which recently published Borderlands 2 VR, which was awesome. They saying it's gonna come very soon as well. They didn't give us date, but very soon. And Desert Bus is like a classic from Sega Mega CD, I think, Penn and Teller game, but never mind. What you're doing in this game, you go into the bus and go into the journey, and you just drive the bus doing fuck all, just driving in and saying, yes, this bus is my domain. I'm gonna drive it through this road. I don't know if anything happening on road. Just don't do anything wrong, because if you go off road, they're gonna tow you to the beginning, I think. It's like a 50-mile journey, I don't know, very long journey. You reach the point and then you can go back to the beginning. Very nice. Okay, and Discovery, does anyone remember this? It's like a Minecraft style like building game, but when it's released, there was kind of few complaints that locomotion been too slow. There was nothing really to do apart from building. It had multiplayer, so you could play with your buddies, so that was nice. But the developer said, don't worry people, we've got update for you, and this update apparently gonna be pretty cool, because you'll be able to configure speed movement. As you know, if you played it, the game is kind of painfully slow. Thankfully allows you to teleport, but it's very slow, but you'll be able to change it. There will be smooth rotation with blinders to avoid motion sickness. I'm assuming when it drops this update, people start gonna moan about blinders and they're gonna get removed. That's usually the case when game gets blinders, but whatever, at least you've got smooth locomotion. They also will add third person view, so you'll be able to see your dude from behind. Not just be him, but see him from behind. Be him from behind. Behind is him, and you're watching his behind. And also they will add some new materials, so you'll be able to build some more crazy stuff with your friend if you wish so, because it supports multiplayer. I wish they added some kind of story survival mode or whatever, but what can you do? This update is still pretty cool, definitely gonna improve this already kind of good game quite a lot. But if you think that's it, then you have to wait a bit, because when I just spoke about this game mode, and of course they said there will be new game mode, so will it be survival or not, I don't know. But also it will include split screen for local multiplayer, so can be combined with online as well. So you can play with people online, but also with your friends if you wish so on tele. Very nice. They will add PlayStation Move support, so that's okay as well. Maybe eventually they will add 3D Ruder. Who's know? Who knows? I mean, who's know? That was stupid. Why did I even said that? And also they will add other things the developer forgot. That's what it says. Other things I have forgot will be added. Very nice. So sounds like a pretty cool update. Okay, next story. Let me catch some breath. We're gonna talk about the Rec Room now. Just to talk about some stats that the developers shared with us. So basically those stats are for 2019, 2019 just started. Anyway, so in 2019 there was 400,000 plus player created rooms. There was 70 million room visits. 40% of all player time is now spent in player created rooms. Player created rooms that have been visited 300 plus times. Rec Room is installed on over 1 million VR headset. That's mega popular. For VR game, this is awesome. That's how this game stays alive. If you're looking for live online multiplayer experience without worrying that the game gonna die soon, then definitely download Rec Room, especially that it's free. And there was 5.2 million friends made. Friends! Very nice. So as you can see, the statistic for Rec Room is very good. The game proving very popular, and VR in general shows that it's popular as well. Okay, next story, there's still more to come. Let's talk a bit about Xbox and what they think about VR, because it's pretty hilarious. So, Mike Ybarra, who is vice president of Xbox at Microsoft, had this to say about VR when somebody asked him if there is a killer app or game yet. He said, "No. Google Earth is cool, but not even close to what is needed to make the tech worthwhile." Sigh. and that was pretty shitty of him, especially that a lot of people bought Microsoft mixed reality headsets, so here goes their confidence, very good Microsoft. But also what he said, that the tech, that there is no game to make it worthwhile. I'm sure this could pretty much be applied to Xbox One, because their game library, they just failed on it. Now they picking up, so best of luck to them. But for me there is so many awesome VR games like Astrobot, just Firewall, Wipeout, we've got so much. Then there's games on PC VR, even mobile VR. So I think Microsoft, as always, decided to stay a bit behind the times. Because why not? Very, very terrible of them. But on a good note, while Microsoft is struggling to sell Xbox One, I know some people bought it, and that's great because you've got Xbox One X, the best and most advanced console there. And I buy all the consoles, I skip on Xbox this generation because of VR, but best of luck to Microsoft. But let's speak about Sony and what they are doing, because they just announced that they sold 91.4 million units. They sold them, they not shipped them, so that's how many users is there. PlayStation 4 proves to be one of the most popular console ever, and those sales just indicates that for us VR owners, the market for PlayStation VR keep growing and growing, which means there's gonna be more and more of us. And I noticed that there was a lot of new owners during Christmas because of how many views my channel had, so that's very nice. And yes, very good news for PlayStation VR. I love to see posts on Reddit and even in my comment section of people getting blown away by VR. They like, I tried it, it's blown, I'm blown, it's awesome. Okay, and now this news video proved to be so wrong, but finally, last but not least, BUGBOX VR will release in Europe on January 10th. In BUGBOX VR, I've done live stream of it. It was kind of boring. You got like this person and you kill other person by pushing blocks around, and that's basically it. It's a VR version of already existing game. Graphically, it's not that impressive, but if you into this kind of shit, then you might like it. Coming out on January 10th on PlayStation VR. Still not worthwhile for dude from Xbox. He just, it's not worthwhile for him. This hurt me, his comment. How could he say that? I had so many awesome PlayStation VR experiences. The anger of mine is really making my piss boil. But never mind, fuck it. We've got PlayStation and PlayStation VR, and it's awesome, and that's it, bye.